And the concert was a once in a lifetime thing. I really was thrilled to death with it. And
Who was the composer?
went Paul Winter.
Who?
Paul Winter.
Paul Winter. Okay.
He is the choir director or the music director at St. Matthew's in New York City. And so the concert is held in the cathedral, not the cathedral. Well, maybe it is a cathedral. I guess it is. It's kind of a smaller one. But he does a show like you might see on Broadway on a stage. It's not just a concert. It's
Mm-hmm.
many, he brings in groups of different musicians and dancers from around the world.
Really?
That
Okay.
year he had a dance troupe from Africa as part of it. And then he had some other musicians that were more like soloists, and but he played his own music, but he does this whole stage production.
Mm-hmm.
And at the very end, it's the winter solstice. At the very end, at the back, the thing is performed up in front of the altar area. I can't remember the right names of the church, of the separations of the church, but where the altar is, whatever that is. And then, of course, you got the big rose window and so forth behind that. But at the end, what they do is they raise this huge, it's got to be bigger than that wall, circle, brass, polished, whatever. I don't think it's gold, but it looks like gold when they do it. They raise it very slowly as he plays this one particular piece that he's known for. And as it has to do with the sunrise, and they raise it, goes all the way up into this huge dome, not dome, but arched area, and it's just breathtaking. And then they have a globe of the world. You don't notice that. It's also coming up behind the sun, and it comes up over the sun and comes out across him and what he's doing and down the aisles between, down the aisle all the way out. And I bawled my eyes out. Just bawled and bawled. And all of us sitting next to me, he doesn't move a muscle.
Olaf doesn't?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
We've never talked about it. In fact, I'm going to ask him about it when he comes on for Saturday. But I just let myself cry. I didn't like squall, but
Yeah.
I mean, I just bawled and bawled and bawled. It was so breathtaking and so memorable for me. And so I have that holy moment with
Mm-hmm.
him that I really never had anything that intense with any of my other kids. The closest was when I was with Kathy when she gave birth, and that was pretty awe-inspiring too. But that
How old is
particular
that
trip
grandbaby now?
that I was there,
Mm-hmm.
well, I was there I was not allowed to come for the first one, but I was there for all three after that.
Okay.
No, she didn't want anybody there except her
Okay.
husband. But I did feel very left out because it was my first grandbaby, but what the heck.
Gotcha.
I'm over it. But at the time it was hurtful. But you
Mhm.
know, people disappoint you. And one of the things that I'm so happy with the program is that I've learned disappointment is simply the first step to some new awakening that you're going to have that you wouldn't have had otherwise.
Mm-hmm.
So it isn't that I want to go out there and look them up or chase them down, but when I have them, I try to remember that just be patient. You're going to see what the wisdom is that you've gained out of this. And when somebody says to me, and it does happen more now that I'm older, I hear it more often, you're so wise. And I always laugh and I think to myself, oh, honey, if you only knew me when.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't usually, because it usually is a newcomer. And anyway, but I didn't get to come to the first one.
Okay.
And he, interestingly enough, now that you ask about him,
The husband or the grandchild?
the grandchild,
Okay.
my oldest grandchild, is coming to see me next Monday.
Oh, nice. Okay. This is exciting.
And I have no idea what that's about. He's never shown any interest in me as a grandmother. He's always preferred his dad's mom. And she's a lovely woman, and I really admire her. She's been through a lot, too. And I got this a text from him about 2 weeks ago. I want to come see you. Okay, when do you want to come? Well, he had originally planned it for tomorrow. No, yeah, tomorrow, Saturday before. But then he found out it was Mother's Day Sunday, so he's staying home for Mother's Day and coming the following Saturday. And I don't know. I called Kathy, and what's this about? She said, I don't know. So we'll see.
How old is he now?
Well, he's got to be in his mid-20s.